Today I'll be painting in the pages of my Bible. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I'm going to do a little bit of Bible journaling. I am in the book of 1 Samuel, and I'm going to do some painting to set apart a place for journaling in my Bible today. So I thought I would bring you all along with me. I will link all of the supplies that I use down in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go. Today I am working in 1 Samuel, specifically in chapter 8, starting in verse 19, and it says, "The people refused to listen to Samuel. No, they said, we must have a king over us. Then we'll be like all the other nations. Our king will judge us, go out before us, and fight our battles." Samuel listened to all the people's words and then repeated them to the Lord. "Listen to them," the Lord told Samuel, "appoint a king for them." I am beginning with some really thick washi tape, or really wide washi tape, I should say, this must be from Jane Davenport, I think. And I cut off a strip, and then you saw me rub it on my arm. I did that for a specific reason. I wanted to take off some of the stick because I am using this as a masking technique. I am masking off parts of the page that I am going to paint over and then remove. So I'm using these alpha letters. These are old ones from Hobby Lobby, I believe, in this kind of craft paper look. But I am going to spell out my title, which is going to be Set Apart. And basically I'm masking off parts of the page that I'm going to paint and then remove these pieces. And then you will see the basic Bible page behind where I painted. Basically, I knew I wanted to do mixed media when I was studying this particular section earlier today because I really wanted to ponder the idea of blending in, because I think that is actually something that so many of us desire in our hearts. We just want to fit in. We just want to be like everyone else. And I think social media has us compare our lives to everyone else. We tend to think that everyone else has it better. We just want to fit in. And that, I think, is a very natural human instinct. That is exactly what the Israelites were feeling in this moment, minus the social media. But of course, God calls us to be different. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. Now, I've done this masking technique before, and I've had issues with some of the paint leaking through, but I tried something new. I have been watching some home improvement shows, and they often say when you are going to tape something, like tape a design on your wall, or maybe you're just taping off woodwork or something, to get a very crisp line, you cover it up with the original color paint first, let that dry, and then put your new paint on top of that. So what I did was, the first thing I painted was just some simple white. Is it the same exact color as what is on this Bible page? No, it's a little bit brighter, but that's okay. I just did a very thin coat of white paint all along the edges of the things I put down first. Then I'm going over the top and I am adding in some different acrylic paint. This is Dina Wakley acrylic paint, and I went with blues and greens, and I was just really focusing on blending and how you can kind of disappear into the crowd. And that's what's happening to the letters in this particular setup. They are disappearing. You're not seeing them. We're just covering it up, and I'm layering and layering, and it's very easy, little by little, to have something kind of disappear and to have part of yourself kind of disappear. You're just layering things on top. And that's why this technique was kind of appealing to me in this particular instance. This is one of those cases where in Bible journaling, it was less about the visual and more about the process. The process of this was definitely what really had me thinking and reflecting on the verse, less so a very literal visual interpretation of the verse. The last paint color that I am bringing in is white. That is often a color that I end with when I'm working with things like this. It just brightens up the whole look of the page. Now I've sped this up a ton. I am very carefully drying. I'm trying not to get anything too hot because I don't want the glue on the back of the stickers or the washi tape to react and to get stuck on the page. Now I wanted to very carefully come through. This is a little craft knife that I am just very carefully kind of breaking the seal, if you were, where the acrylic paint covered the washi. I'm trying to get the corner. And this is sped up, but I am so slowly removing this washi tape because I want to be very careful not to rip anything. But you can see it is so satisfying to remove it. That technique of painting over the top with white in just a really thin layer seemed to work very well this time around. I love how these came out. Now I'm just going to remove the alpha letters. Again, this is sped up, so I did this very slow, very deliberately, trying not to rip the page, trying not to rip the paint, because this is actually like a gloss paint. It could have been really easy to rip off a chunk of paint if it had stuck to the letter. Look, it even filled in the middle of the A and the middle of the P. This came together in a way that makes me so very happy. So this is a technique I will be doing again, that's for sure. And you can see once I remove these pieces right here, that very last one, now it's like the page could be done. Like right there, I'm just a little extra drying just to make sure we're all set. I'm feeling it with my thumb, making sure it's ready to go. I love how it's set apart, the journaling section that I wanted to do. It all came together so lovely. I'm really, really pleased. All right, I'm going to highlight the verse that I was focusing on, both of the verses right here, and then we're going to turn our attention to the journaling section. Now, because I am who I am, I did take time to do a little dashed line right along the edge, creating my own little border right here. I just think it sets this section apart even more, just makes it look like an even crisper line. And whenever I do a doodled line or something that is kind of repetitive when I'm Bible journaling, it's very meditative for me also. You don't have to think real hard to do all these little dash line borders that I'm going to do around all of the letters and all through the journaling section, but taking the time to do that kind of slows my brain down, which I find really helpful. I'm someone whose brain is usually going a million miles a minute. It gets crazy up in here. And so getting to slow down and actually think through the verses, think through the lessons I'm taking away. I actually really, I'm pretty excited about it. So, it just helps me calm down and focus. So that's why I really like doing things like this on my Bible journaling pages. Now that is the only little extra part that I'm going to add with the letters up here. Once I finish those, I'm very happy with how that comes out. I'm going to go ahead and get a stencil out. The stencil I'm going to use is from the Happy Planner, and that is going to be a lined stencil that will allow me to add in a few lines in this little journaling section here so that I can add in my thoughts and words for the lesson that I had, that I went through this morning. I'm currently reading the Bible recap, and I am very much enjoying it. And I like how it breaks down and kind of zooms in to some of the parts of the Bible that I read really quickly. I've read the Bible multiple times all the way through, but this one really lets you zoom into the stories, which I have been enjoying greatly. All right, I want to add just one little piece of ephemera down here. I love these little metal clips. I got this from, I think this is a Temu purchase. So just adding a little bit of adhesive just for a little difference in color down here as if we're clipping the journaling onto the page. And once that's done, I will take the time to fill in my journaling for the day. For my journaling, I wrote, something inside of us just wants to be like everyone else. We want to fit in, but God has set us apart. We are meant to be different, live differently, and to want different things. We must align ourselves with God's heart. Once that is done, I'm going to add the date in at the bottom and then add one last little bit. I could have left it here. I just wanted something a little different mixed into that mixed media blending that I have going on in the background. And so I reached for my enamel dots. I don't often add something dimensional on purpose into my Bible, but the enamel dots, I just liked the little bit of like sparkle, almost the gloss that they added. And I'm just going to create a few patterns with some different shades of blue enamel dots down the page, just to add a little something extra. This one, it was just for visual purposes only, that's for sure. So you see, I was able to paint in my Bible. No words got covered up. Nothing was harmed in the making of this Bible journaling video. And it really helped solidify a lesson that was on my heart after studying this morning. Let me know what you think about bringing paint into the pages of your Bible. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. Like I said before, I will link supplies down in the description box below. And I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon community. We are actually spending the whole month of May focused on faith journaling as we celebrate growth. If that sounds like something you'd like to be a part of, it's never too late to join us. Head on over to patreon.com/ScrappyWife. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.